YouTube. This is my collection of 2 shot-ass fucking cars. Del Sol, you'll see more on that later. She needs a lot of help. You're gonna see in a little bit. But we're gonna go ahead and start the Camaro right now just to get her running a little bit because we're getting ready to do some work on her and shit. So let's see what happens. So, she's mad at me, thinks she's thirsty, so we'll have to get some gas in her, but she's coming along eventually. She'll be good to go one day. Since the Del Sol's pretty much dead, I guess I might be fixing this and making this my daily, which, as you can see here, is going to be it's going to be pretty interesting with all this crusty suspension and brakes and everything. Also got a bunch of fucking shit to tie up over here. You can see there's just some fucking hoses that go into the fucking Narnia that have nothing attached to them. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This thing had a bunch of hoses in it that all fucking like broke and got shitty. I think this hose is supposed to actually connect over here to that thing. I don't know where any of this stuff goes because we ripped this apart and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So yeah, we'll have to find some kind of diagram to see what kind of vacuum hoses I could do, what I could just block off. And then, I mean, she was running and driving when I parked her here, so not very well, but pop the hood.
Oh man, I haven't heard this yet, so we're gonna see. It's gonna be a surprise for all of us. Where's the fucking... Wait, hold on, let me get this propped up. I don't want to take a rod to the face. Any means of that word. That's the turbo, right? Yeah. That's fine. Send it.
Well, I guess it's the end of the day for these. Let's go do something else.
So here's the Grand Prix. We're gonna attempt to do a burnout in this thing. Attempt. Keyword, everybody, attempt. I'm sorry if we let you down. We're not gonna make a clickbaity fucking video title that says doing a burnout in this thing. The car's pretty nice besides the engine. I mean, it's not pretty. You know, I mean, I bet you in the video it looks okay, but in person you can see the imperfections.
A lot of them.
But overall, it's really not bad. Not a lot of rust. There's some like bubbly shit, but not like holes, you know? This thing's pretty good. It's got a sweet fucking paint job. Oh, here we go. Yo, put it in first.
Oh my god, it's actually really fucking...
Yo, put it in first.
Yeah. I think that counts.
All right, here comes the burnout. Ready?
Look, there's the smoke. It's coming from the other tire. That's
Oh
what it
yeah,
is.
look at that.
Yeah, that's coming from the other tire. You guys can't see it.
And she gave up.
It's done.
Well, guys, we attempted for you. Joe put his all into it, but it's not having it.
No,
She's not having it.
It wasn't captured by.
Although, you know, to be fair, I don't even know if like a brand new one of these things stock with this engine could even do a burnout.
Yeah.
She looks nice though. Got the good old G-body front end. She looks really nice from like, she's like a 20-foot car, you know, 20 feet away, she looks beautiful, and you walk up and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
The coolant's bubbling. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the video. But this thing was barely running for, I'm at 3 minutes and 30 seconds on my timer here, and it's already bubbling. There's some fucked upness with this thing. So this is the candidate for the 350. I'm sure we did a video on this already, but she'll be getting a 350, the 4-speed that we picked up from Connecticut, which we have in there. Overall, a nice car though. This thing with the new engine and the transmission, she'll be a beast. So
That's what we're hoping for.
this thing's gonna be fucking monster. 4-speed fucking 350 in this little thing. And the 240 needs rims immediately. Like, look at this, everybody. Look at that. Like, what are we dropping off the kids at soccer practice? Or I don't know what's going on, but I mean, you can't argue a brand new clean 240 with like less than 100,000 miles on it, so. All right. And then the Honda, no one cares about the Honda when there's these two things here. Except for that light. Look at that light, everybody. Let it focus, let it focus. Oh yeah. Look at my sweet Android zoom. I apologize, everybody.
What's up, guys? My name is Camshaft. So over here, we have an oil leak. I'm still not entirely sure. I thought it was this VTEC solenoid, but it's looking kind of dry. It's a little bit of moisture. I degreased it. We got some, it was oil all over the tranny here, down in here. Trying to wait for it to come back, so I might wait on this. But I got this access port down here. I got a check engine light. There's carbon buildup in this little port underneath these fuel injectors, which we're gonna have to pop all this off at some point, take it off, take the access panel out, clean out those little ports, and it should fix the problem. So hopefully that'll do it.
You can see we just recently installed the turbo here. So she's making a lot of power, so we're just trying to make sure that she's good, you know?
Yeah, you can't have too much blow by with that. That's pushing a lot of power. I don't know, as far as I could tell, everything looks clean, the gasket's raised, it's not like flattened, it looks fine.
It's hard to see what we're looking at here.
You can get my hand out of the way.
Oh, there we go, you can see right there. So that's the piece that came off, that's the bottom. Said it looks good. There's some oil leaking out, we're not really sure why. Maybe we could spread a lot of RCB around it.
You see there is oil coming out, right?
Yeah.
It's on the seam, so I could change this gasket here and hope that fixes the problem. I have the replacement in this box of I have a whole rebuild kit for it, so I could start with this gasket.
So this is a Honda VTEC solenoid. It works by reading the oil pressure. And when the oil pressure reaches a certain amount, it traps a solenoid. Yeah, there's like a spring mechanism.
On top of this.
It's hard to see with the camera.
Can you see me pushing on it?
Yeah, I can see you pushing on it. So when that pushes up enough from the oil pressure, that's when it decides to kick VTEC in. That's when you get all your 90 horsepower. So
it's actually 91.
Yeah, I think pretty sweet. You see that red V? This is some serious street racing stuff. You guys wouldn't get it. So
we'll teach you about that later. Here's the new one, right?
That's the old-fashioned double.
Which unknown is this one?
Yeah, that's like unknown O. Shout out to anyone who understands what the fuck we're talking about.
And we lost the one subscriber.
Yeah. Yeah, look, this is your little lights thing. I don't know why the fuck these things don't work. We should check this box.
Yeah, it could be the box relay, or because the person hit a truck and cracked these lights.
Yeah, when Camshaft here bought this car, fucking, there's these
my
lights.
Name is Torque Steer.
Oh, my bad, dude. Yeah, Torque Steer. When Torque Steer bought this car, we got, he had these lights on it. I mean, one of them's cracked, but I mean, there's no reason why they shouldn't at least try to light up. They don't do anything. There's like a switch on the dashboard.
Lights up, so there's power to the switch.
It's hard to see. You can't see it through here, but it's in there. We'll show you next time, but there's a switch in there. Doesn't do shit. His hoon lights don't work, so he can't hoon it. He's definitely losing a lot of power because of that, so we're gonna have to take care of that soon.
That explains it, really. Let's get this gasket off. Let's do it. Let's stop dicking around. Some serious work to be done. Yeah.
Careful, SpongeBob. SpongeBob, careful.
So we can always compare the gasket, see if it feels flattened or anything like that. I guess I'll just do it up here because it would be better to go to a bench, but it's reckless, you know.
In case you guys haven't noticed it, we give 0 fucks. In case you guy, because we probably don't even have a fucking person besides
Mom,
our
I really
friends.
appreciate the views.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is the old one. It's like flat and hard, kind of rubbery. This one's way more flexible. I don't know if that's because of heat or that's just the OEM part that was designed that way, but hopefully this will fix the problem. I honestly couldn't tell you at this point, but that's what car stuff is about. You kind of just do the work and check the results and learn from it. Where's my little dingle doohickey? Not leaking.
I'm not gonna lie, this thing sounds okay for a CD7.
Project, except for this guy right here. This is going to be the big one.
Yeah?
Figured I want to do some stuff, get the Mustang looking pretty, fix some of the paint, get some possible suspension upgrades, just get it to handle a little better. But really, this is what I want to put the time and love into because it needs it.
So what do you want to do with this?
I want to get a V8 into it. My dad has some ideas, but personally I think it'd be more fun to do a 5.0 with a 5-speed swap. Just make it feel a little more modern while retaining that like old school feel.
Yeah.
Disc brakes. Just keep the rest of it pretty normal. I like all the non-power options that it has. Crank windows, so the whole lot. Pretty much it's gonna look just like this, just with a V8 in it.
Yeah.
Nice whip around daily kind of feel to it.
You got that Mustang there. You got the Honda over there. And you got the 240 over there. A couple of interior shots. 67 Mustang. It's a future project here on Hunami.
We got a pit crew style going on. We're just twisting shit. We don't really know what we're doing.